Brothers, greetings from your hometown tour. Playing at KC Center October 5th. Get tickets now at HighVTix.com.
Derek, what's the guarantee? Derek?
Mike, time to make history. Players in Circa Million make 5 picks against the spread each week with quarterly and full season payouts.
Circa Survivor entries choose one team each week with no point spread. The last one standing wins it all.
We have $21 million on the line. Are you in? Visit circasports.com for details.
Oh, yes.
Mom, Dad's being weird again.
Luscious.
Honey,
So full.
it's just grass.
Oh, it's so much more than just grass. It's a healthier, greener, and more luscious lawn. Yours can be too.
Look at you.
With Kabursky Brothers Lawn Care.
Remember, no shoes on the lawn. Because you're so beautiful.
Call or click today.
This is Overthinking, where bold opinions, big questions, and brilliant distractions collide into one beautiful mess. Proudly presented by Carbless Premium Handcrafted Cocktails. Flavorful and flawless. Hosted by Scott Sipker and Mackenzie Edie. This is Overthinking, exclusively on Iowa Everywhere.
Welcome back to Overthinking, everybody. The podcast that's saying everything you've been thinking anyway. Right, Scott? We're just
Well,
saying
at least
whatever
at
we're
1
thinking.
second. And then the next second, you probably thought of something new. And then we'll think of that. And then we'll
Oh, yeah.
ruminate on whether or not we should have even thought of that. Because if we thought of that, then it probably means we're a bad person. But then the
Yeah.
fact that we think that we're a bad person, doesn't it actually make us not a bad person? Because most bad people are not self-aware, right? So,
think you're
but
right.
then the idea of me being self-aware seems a little egotistical. So at that point, I'm not sure where we land.
I'm not sure. All I know is I'm Mackenzie Edie. You are Scott Sipker, and producing our show today is the number one Swiftie of Iowa everywhere. Aiden, there's our boy. This is
Aiden
Overthinking.
Wyatt.
Aiden Wyatt, the man, the myth, the legend, the Swiftie. We are proudly presented by Carbless Premium Handcrafted Cocktails, flavorful and flawless. And I have mine right here. I mean, this is just one that's going to stay with me. And there will be a time that I crack it open.
That's
I don't care.
your prop, carbless?
I have a little mini fridge down here. You know, it's a little mini cooler that plugs into the wall, keeps things fresh, keeps things cool. And you just never know when I'm going to need to tap into this baby. Talking to you, overthinking all the things we overthink.
Well,
I did. I
crack
had
it
to
open
drink a few of
anytime.
these. I had to drink a few of these. We had our family vacation this past weekend. We went to the Omaha Zoo, and boy, oh boy, we will get to it. There was a lot to overthink on family vacation. Let's just say.
Just a little teaser for me. Did you see the gorillas? They're my
I
favorite.
did.
Okay, all right. Hold that pin. All right, we'll come back to it.
Did I tell you what we had to revisit the gorillas because the gorilla, we had to get back at the gorilla. So we took Hayes to the zoo when he was 1, which looking back, why we took a 1-year-old who has no memory of that, who will have no memory of that. And I was pregnant. I was due in November. So I was very pregnant. We took him to the zoo. We took him to the gorilla exhibit and he was standing there in front of the glass. And this gorilla from across the enclosure looked over, saw my sweet, precious baby standing there. This is a true story, I swear to God. And the gorilla, like something in its brain, it took off running as fast as it could toward the glass. It backhanded the glass like inches. It was so funny. I mean, Hayes lost his shit. He was bawling. He was sobbing. He was crying.
Yeah.
Those gorillas are insane.
They're not insane. We have put them in a captive, unnatural place.
And that
they
would drive someone insane.
Okay.
Would it not?
Okay. Well, I don't think they're insane. I want to give the gorillas a little more credit than that. I think they're sane. They're just acting like gorillas. There's a baby. I don't know if you've noticed the resemblance between humans and gorillas before, but you'd be like, I'm going to help that baby.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't helping the baby. He scared the baby, but it was extreme. I mean, it was fun.
Maybe it was because it wasn't his baby. And he was like, you know what? Those aren't my genetics. Time to let Darwinism take over. But then the glass got in the way. And it turns out that we won the Darwin Awards because we invented glass. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah. So, long story short, we had to go back, revisit the gorilla, and the whole family, we stood on the other side of the glass and we went like this. How's it feel?
Middle fingers?
No, we didn't. I would never. We do. Okay. So we have the zoo to get to. We have a lot to get to. We have a ton to get to. We have Taylor Swift. Aiden, we're going to let you honestly just do your thing.
As they say on Two Guys Go Long.
Yeah, we can't, you know what?
We can't go too long. We have a lot to get to. Let's get to it.
I know. I'm not going to be accused of stealing any more Two Guys segments, okay? I simply won't stand for it. We do. But first, have you seen our bus?
Oh, I've not seen it in person, but I've seen it designed by the beautiful human being that is Eric Herman. And Here we are. You, if you've seen the bus, see it, snap it, tag Iowa Everywhere. You might just win a free Iowa Everywhere t-shirt.
Yeah, you might. This gorgeous bus with these handsome fellas on either side. We have Murph and Andy and two guys on either side, and then all the shows are on the back. Yeah, it's making the rounds right now down at the State Fair. So if you've been spending any amount of time at the State Fair, just keep your eyes open. Watch yourself when you're crossing the street. You do not want to get hit by this thing, because I think this thing would hurt even a little bit worse to get run over by this thing, because it's packing so much power. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, it's a rocket ship dressed up as a bus.
Yeah. Sam Lozano,
he does bring up the number one thing people say is, why does Andy look so pissed off? Do you want the real story, or should I make up something funny?
I want the real. You know the story?
Keith Murphy is an incredible brander. He knows how to brand people. He long ago came up with What's Bugging Andy. And ever since then, he always tells Andy, you got to do the mean mug. You know, those aren't Keith's words. Those are mine. He's like, let's keep consistent with the brand. Now, if I were Andy, I'd absolutely hate that. But here's the genius of Keith Murphy.
I would like it.
Guess what people notice about the bus? It's memorable
scowl.
Because he isn't smiling. Everybody else is smiling. It stands out. That's the brilliance of Keith Murphy. And if you just listen to him, if you listen to Keith, you're going to be all right.
I think that's true. I do listen to Keith. Anything Keith says to me, I'm like, okay, that's it. He could say the sky is purple, and I'd say, it does look
I don't. That's why I make a lot of mistakes in my life.
You need to start listening. You need to straighten up. And
there's still
to listen.
time. I'm only 42.
Oh my God, you're 42. You old son of a gun. You're actually 42 and a half at this point.
Wow. You didn't have to do that.
I know I didn't, but I did. And that's me. I'm keeping you accountable. Have I kept you more accountable ever since we've been co-hosts?
Absolutely. Yes. I've been more productive. Bringing you and maybe Rachel's slightly more important into my life has led to very positive things.
What did you just say? Your girlfriend, your living girlfriend, you're shacking up.
Yep.
Gal pal.
And we went back to Carol. Important. I just want you to know, this last weekend to the Nick Nurse concert.
How was it?
Saw the Jacksons. 2 of Michael Jackson's brothers are still alive, and they were there, still dancing, just the way that they were forced to as kids 60 years ago. Then Jefferson Starship got up there. It was my mother's 70th birthday. Keep that in mind.
Did you take her?
I did, and Rachel. And here's the cool part. Jefferson Starship, one of their big hits, Jane. Jane is my mother's name. They played Jane just a few miles from the place where she was born on her 70th birthday. And then they sang happy birthday to my mom. Jefferson Starship did. Right then and there.
Okay, that's actually incredible. And they say that Taylor Swift is this big mastermind. What is this? This feels even more strategic and thought out than anything.
There was only one original member, and he's 87. He was up there. He wore...
87?
He wore this big black long sleeve Hanes t-shirt and black jeans. But you know what? He didn't sound bad at all.
It's like the Frankie Valli thing. Have you seen
this guy
him?
could move way better than Frankie Valli. Probably did way less drugs.
Frankie Valli looks like an animatronic. He
Yeah,
looks
does.
like
He
a
looks
dusty
like
old animatronic from Chuck E. Cheese.
I feel like he might be at Madame Trousseau's, like that's his permanent place, and then they just wheel him out.
Yeah.
As a
His
wax
eyes just
figure.
kinda... Well, that's really good. And happy birthday to your mom. I'm glad she had a fun time. So, okay, I have to ask, is this creating some animosity between you and your brother? Because wasn't your mom supposed to babysit?
She came down on Saturday, and then we celebrated my sister-in-law's birthday on Saturday, and my mom got to watch the grandchildren. And they have my Jenna and my mom, Janie, we call her Janie. She has, they have the same birthday. But then, so I got to hang out with my mom on Friday and Jenna and all of our friends on Saturday night.
Did you
Pretty
get to see
cool.
your nieces?
And I got to go all the way to the fair many times so far.
Let's talk about the fair, Scott. How is the fair going? The highs, the lows, how's it going? And what's with this weather? Because the weather is feeling not really fair-like. I mean, it's been raining. It's kind of been cool. What's going on? Just
Definitely, and the rainy and the coolness has certainly helped my Kabursky brothers back the lawn as we get into top topics. The fair is going well. The weather has been good and awful. Say Friday, I was only able to get 3 food reviews down there. And of course, we did the 2-hour Murph and Andy show live from JR South Fork Ranch. But I couldn't stand in any more lines. I was so hot and uncomfortable. I just threw in the towel eating just 3 foods there on Friday. But then yesterday I was out there with my little from Big Brothers Big Sisters, Drew.
Saw that.
And it was perfect. It was perfect weather. Right at the end, it got a little more humid. But yeah, the weather's been up and down. But it doesn't seem to affect the amount of people who go to the Iowa State Fair. I feel like at this point, we all just are troopers. And we're like, I don't care what the weather is. I'm going out. Now, rain might be a little bit different, but it's so busy out there. And it's awesome to see.
Am I meeting you down there tomorrow?
Yeah.
There's a little
Yeah,
behind
let's
the
review a
scenes
food.
stuff.
Yep.
What are we going to
Call me
review?
up.
What should we review?
Something we could share.
What do you guys
I've
think
pretty
we
much
should
hit
review?
everything.
Add it in the comments. What? Oh, you have?
Yeah,
Well,
something
you didn't leave
something that we should
anything fun for
overthink.
me? Thanks a lot for not. You and I have discussed this, and I thought you were going to leave a food for me to review with you,
Okay.
but you didn't.
All right.
You ate
know
it
what?
all.
Maybe we'll go back and we'll have my favorite thing. Win and Sarah's.
Not the meatballs. I'm telling you that. The handballs.
No.
I'm not doing that again.
You don't have to. But yeah, there's
Okay.
still a lot of good foods out there. I had my worst thing yesterday, new video coming out. I had the bacon popcorn. It was $8 and it's ridiculous. So I gave it 1 corn dogs out of 10.
Ooh, damn. That
Have you
sucks,
tried
but-
the pickle lemonade yet?
I have not had the pickle. I haven't done any drinks out there.
Okay.
I
Did you
got to do
try it,
that,
Aiden?
huh? Have you had it? Aiden?
No, they talked about it on Murph and Andy yesterday, and apparently it is terrible.
Okay,
Pickle lemonade?
let's go do that.
Oh, shit.
Mackenzie, are you okay sharing a glass of pickled lemonade with me?
I'll take a sip.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
And
going
then
to
you
have
can
to
have the rest.
take more than that if you're going to be a
Why?
professional food reviewer like I am.
Can I just like smell it and put it in my mouth and slosh it around a little bit? No. Isn't that what?
Next topic.
Taylor Swift has announced TS12, The Life of a Showgirl. It has been announced. Aiden, why don't you go ahead and hop in here?
This is just so much fun.
Aiden,
Like-
please give a little backstory to our audience about how much you love Taylor Swift's music. Or maybe it's just Taylor Swift herself.
See, yeah, I definitely love both for different reasons. I love Taylor Swift mainly because she's kind of like the stick it to the man type of gal, where the whole Scooter Braun thing, if you know about that, that's
Yeah, it feels
this
like
whole-
that Scooter Braun has
Yeah.
gotten unfairly treated. I feel like Taylor Swift's the asshole in that situation. But anyway, we'll
Okay,
continue.
well, that's just
Oh my
not
God.
true. But
I don't even
Anyway.
know any of the details, but go ahead.
You're something.
we can talk later.
Okay.
Anyway,
Meet me in the parking lot.
so yeah, I went to theirs tour, man, over 2 years ago now. We were just talking about it last night actually, and it was incredible. Anyway, last night I was at Leonard Skinner at the Iowa
Hell
State
yeah,
Fair.
brother.
Yeah, free bird. Ripped. And my girlfriend forgot her phone in the car, and so I had mine, so she's like, I don't need mine then.
Yeah,
and
you
she
were on
started
Do
getting
Not
texts on
Disturb,
her
though.
watch. I was.
Which
she was getting texts on her watch, and she was like, you need to go to TaylorSwift.com, and we pull it up, and there's the countdown.
Oh,
and then, you know, it turns into this, like, what's the countdown going to be? Is it going to be, you know, a new tour, new album? Is she releasing an album?
new coffee table book.
Yeah, who knows? A coffee table that is a coffee table. A coffee table book that is a coffee table. It's a Seinfeld reference for those at home.
Seinfeld.
Anyway, so it's just so fun, like getting texts from all my friends and my family who are Swifties, and it's like, what's it gonna be? And then, you know, it finally happens, and we see what it is.
Were you on alert that there was a new album dropping? Like, did everybody know she was working on one?
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of knew that something was coming. Like, there have been hints about TS12 for a while now. And I think we kind of knew the color, too, that it was going to be orange. I say we as in, like, you know, I knew. No, people way smarter than me and way deeper in the weeds than I am knew. But it is kind of funny once we find out, like, what it was, what it is, and what it looks like. People go back and they're like, oh, she told us like 10 times. If you pause this video at the 12-second mark, you'll see a little A12 that says August 12th she was going to release an album. So it's kind of funny to see the aftermath of it all, too.
And she did this on the Kelsey Brothers podcast. Is that correct?
So she's going on tomorrow. But they released, I can probably pull it up, a graphic. They like to do a graphic, and then they have the guest is just like an outline of a person. You can't see their face or anything. And it was orange, like the background was. So people were like, it's happening. It's Taylor. And then, yeah, they released a clip of Travis and Taylor talking, and she's like, we're about to do a podcast or something. And
we're about to do a fucking podcast as well.
Yes, yeah. So that confirmed that she's going on. I think she's going to reveal like the cover of it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is
They're
my
even
understanding.
saying like they think it might be a 2-disc.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
seen
know,
that
'cause
because
there's
it's
two- I
like
mean,
in one corner you can, yeah, you get it.
These Swifties are nuts. I mean, in
It's
the
just
best
so
way.
much fun.
I
Yeah.
honestly think if you got all of you guys together, you could solve a murder. I think that honestly,
Or
you
cause
could,
one?
or
Definitely
for
cause
sure. I think the
For
most
those who are
dangerous
taking
thing-
Scooter Braun's side,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do
exactly.
anything.
The most dangerous thing you could do in this current climate is say something bad against Taylor Swift. Like, I would much rather go on the Capitol lawn and say something bad about Donald Trump than say something bad about Taylor Swift from the safety of my home.
That might be more
And I'm-
publicly acceptable at this point.
Yeah, well, true. True. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's crazy. So anyway, Aiden, just all to say, happy for you.
Would
Happy
this-
for you.
is this
You
a
were the
bigger
first
deal?
person I thought of.
Is
Thank
this
you.
a bigger deal? TS12, I hear you calling it that. Is that a bigger deal than if they announced that Travis and Taylor were getting married?
I would say that's a bigger deal.
Their wedding, their
Yeah.
marriage.
I can't. And that
If they came out and said like, "Hey, we got married this summer," I don't know what would happen, but the world might just end.
that would get me excited. Like that is,
Yeah.
I mean, this of course is exciting because I do like her music. You know, I listened to the Tortured Poets Department or whatever it's called last year, and I did not like it.
TTPD.
Well,
Yep.
yeah. On the way home from Council Bluffs a couple weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. And I listened to it the entire 3-hour drive home, and I was like, now that was good. But I was in a different place this year than I was last year, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I like this. So new music is always very exciting. If those two get married, and then when she has a baby, like my head.
It's the
will explode.
closest
That's
to the royal
amazing.
family that we have here in America.
The Empire State Building changed its colors on its on it last night to orange because of this announcement. I mean, yes, it is very much like the royal family. But she's like the queen, and then Travis is like
Travis is
The
also the
jester.
queen. They're both the queens.
That's true. Yeah, he did a GQ shoot and it came out today, which I
Yeah,
loved.
yep.
Like her announcement
I
last
mean,
night and then his GQ shoot today. And
she's a mastermind.
She is. I know this makes me sound like a toxic boy mom, but my middle child, my youngest son, Cash, looks like Travis Kelce. Like they look alike.
What?
Yeah, they look alike to me.
Your kid. Okay. All right. There you go. I was going to be a little, I don't want your kid to look like he's 35 at this point, but
No, but I'm like, when he grows up, I think he's going to look like him. They've got like the squinty eyes and that ornery smile. Yeah, I know. I sound
well,
like a
if
toxic
Taylor
boy
and
mom.
Travis have a kid pretty soon, maybe there's a future wedding there.
Yeah, maybe. You just
think
never
about
know.
that being possible. And the text you could send Aiden, I just want you to know that my kid is marrying Taylor and Travis's kid, and you're invited to the wedding.
And you made the guest list because I am the boy mom and I have control because we're crazy. Talk about cults. It's like Swifties are a cult and boy moms are a cult. And you don't want to fuck with either of us. Let's just say that because we're toxic.
Sorry. I guess I'm going to look into the Scooter Braun thing. I just have a feeling.
I'm going to look into the Scooter Braun thing 6 years later. Okay. I'm going to look into it. Okay. So next story. Now this is crazy. And this Taylor Swift announcement pretty much kind of stepped in and made this, because this next story I'm going to talk about was the top story of the internet for the past week. So this woman is on TikTok and she is explaining how she fell in love with her psychiatrist. And it's like this 20 plus part TikTok saga. And she is explaining how she fell in love with her psychiatrist and how he knew that and how he kept her like as a client. Okay. So her name is Kendra Hilty.
That
She's
is
a life
very
coach.
unethical, by the way. Yes. Yep. Okay.
It is completely unethical. However, there is so much going on in this story that, well, first and foremost, I'll get to it, but I think she is in the middle of a crash out, like big time. I think this is way deeper than it looks. Okay. Kendra Hilty, she's a life coach, an ADHD advocate. She's gone viral on TikTok with this.
Okay. First, I'm going to put a thumb on that.
Okay.
Life coach.
I know. You don't have to have any credentials to be a life coach, by the way.
And
None.
people
You
sell
don't.
training programs for life coaches so then you can spend thousands of dollars to get a certification. That means nothing.
We will get to it.
Yes, anyway.
We will get to it. No, you're fine. Because I want you to interject at any point when this is going just too crazy off the rails, okay? So, okay. At this point, we're at 25 and a half parts on TikTok. She keeps saying like part 24, part 25.5, okay? About falling in love with her psychiatrist. She says that they bonded via remote sessions and blurry boundaries, eventually turning this into an emotional entanglement that she believes he manipulated her into. Okay. So a few years ago, she started seeing him over Zoom, this psychiatrist. She immediately was like, he's my age and he's hot. She noticed that right away. She clocked that, but she picked him. She was kind of scouting all of these different psychiatrists. She picked this guy. And she needed to get ADHD medicine. And then she said trauma bonding immediately started to happen with her psychiatrist. She says he repeatedly allowed boundary crossing behavior, like letting her use his first name and him commenting on her glasses, or sometimes she would show up and he would be hot and other times he would be cold. And he was claiming that this was professional. Okay. Do you have any questions at this point so far?
So far, I'm not. I feel like the psychiatrist, I'm not exactly sure I've heard anything that is totally wrong because I'm not sure I believe this person entirely yet. But I'm open-minded.
Okay. During this time, she was also seeing a therapist, and she's always talking about this therapist on the side, and she's always calling her a 75-year-old woman with a PhD. So she has a psychiatrist that she sees via Zoom once a month, and then she has this therapist that she sees once a week.
And for anybody at home who hasn't done this, psychologists or therapists are different than a psychiatrist. Psychiatrists have a medical degree and they can prescribe medicine. therapist or psychologist, they can't do that.
Right. Yes. They're there
That's
for
why
talk
you'd
therapy.
have two.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So once a month with a psychiatrist, once a month with the therapist, or once a week with the therapist. Okay. So she then goes off to say that this therapist is also starting to cross lines. She's sending her text asking her advice about her clients. And she also said that when she told her therapist about the feelings she's starting to develop for her psychiatrist, the therapist said, go for it, in so many words. Okay. In the meantime, she discovered ChatGPT, and she developed this AI chat assistant. She named him Henry, and she asked Henry to call her Oracle because she speaks directly to God, who taught her about transference, which is the clinical term for romantic feelings towards a therapist. And then she brings this information to her psychiatrist, and he just kind of looks at her and talks her through these things. All the while she is accusing, and she's telling him that she has a crush on him. He's not doing anything about it. He's taking notes. He's telling her this is a professional relationship. She says, we have a very special relationship. He says, no, we have a professional relationship. This is all, she's explaining all of this on TikTok. She is just unloading on TikTok. Okay. Meanwhile, someone claiming to be a former friend of hers and client says Kendra, this woman, charged her $3,000 for coaching based on human design renderings, raising further questions about her coaching credentials, which she got from ChatGPT. Am I making any sense at all? I mean, I'm trying to break it down as simply as I can, because
she has
this
a psychologist and a psychiatrist. She clearly is having issues with both at this point.
Yes. Yes. So now she's no longer seeing the psychiatrist, but she's still sharing this story. She says she's proud to highlight how therapy can be exploited by people in power. But through all this, people have found the psychiatrist because she accidentally slipped his first name, and people have found his name, his address, his clinic. I mean, they're trying to ruin this guy's life. So I think poor Kendra is going through it. I think she is in the middle of a manic episode. I think this is not normal behavior.
Well,
at all.
I mean, at this moment in time, a cry for attention, a wanting likes, wanting reaction, you can get it now by doing something like what she's doing. Just turn on the old TikTok. You know, I can see myself, if I were in a different life space, being so desperate that I would do something like this. I kind of feel bad for this person.
Well, I kind of feel bad for her too if she's really actually going through like a manic episode or something like that. I can't feel bad for her if she's just doing it for this clout chasing or this attention.
Yes, if she's throwing these people under the bus for the sake of her own algorithm boost, that is reprehensible.
But why not do it?
Surprising.
Why not do it if she's making minute-long videos on TikTok and it's just going cha-ching, cha-ching? I mean,
is she making money on it? It's so hard to make money on that stuff.
You make money per views if it's over a minute long on TikTok, if you have enough followers. But I bet she is fucking pissed at Taylor Swift right about now, because that is what TikTok, I mean, I bet people were they were just eating out of her hand with this story, and now this Taylor Swift thing just swoosh. Like, sorry, girl, sorry, girlfriend. I don't know how this is gonna end up. It's not gonna be good. I hope that the guy doesn't lose his license. I mean, if God forbid, I don't know. There's no way that is true.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on with this person, but my general feeling is that if you're taking these personal issues and bringing them to the public eye, that has to be something that's really well thought out. I don't think it's the same as, like, you know, I go on the CW pod and Williams and I talk about feeling sad a lot. Okay, I feel like that's a different environment, because I don't want to be a hypocrite here, because I totally am. Because I do overshare.
You're not saying that your therapist, you're not telling.
No, I'm not accusing anybody doing that stuff. And that is a hard line. And I wanted to become a psychologist. I wanted to become a therapist at Iowa State. And then I got bit by the proverbial acting bug, and here I am now on Overthinking with Mackenzie and Scott on the IO Everywhere Network.
Hey,
Check
what
out
are
all
you
our
trying to
great
say?
shows.
Like this is the peak of your career. I'm sorry. This is
Yes. Thanks, Carbless. And you know, even in my early days of like taking Psychology 401, it is very well laid out what the boundaries are within a therapeutic situation because the lines can get blurred. It is an intimate situation. I've had the same psychiatrist or psychologist now for the last 10 plus years, Dr. Anderson. I would never call her by her first name because I think it's important to keep that professionalism. And I never ask her
Do you think
personal
that she
questions.
would let
I never ask her, what's that?
Do you think she would let you? Do you think she would say, sure, you can call me by my first name?
The name thing that's certainly a preference of mine. I think I prefer that, but there are a
Do you
lot
think
of
she would give you a hug?
I've never asked, that's just not how I approach.
I know, but do you think she would?
My only interaction with this woman, and I've told her more things than any other human being on the planet. I've never even considered that. And I haven't seen her outside in any other context. So I don't know what she's like with anybody else other than she's been doing it for 40 years. So I imagine she has pretty good reviews. But that's for me. A therapist will usually, there's a fine line of you give what the patient is giving. And if it is true that he is manipulating some things or maybe not keeping that strong, hard, personal, professional situation going, that is a mistake on his part. But I don't know what's going on in those sessions. And what are you supposed to do? You can't just open up your book to everybody and say, hey, these are my notes about this patient. No, that's all protected. So she's putting him in a very, very difficult situation, and I hope that we come to some sort of healthy resolution here.
There's no way this ends well. I'm just telling you. So anyways, there's just no freaking way. But
well, keep me posted on Kendra. I'm glad my algorithm has never sent her to me.
Yeah, don't, because she's wearing weird old glitter on her face in a few of these stories.
I just have one quick question. What's the general consensus? Like, are people like, oh yeah, go after him? Or is it like...
No.
You're kind of crazy.
The internet has turned
You're
against
making
her.
all this up.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're saying it started out like this bitch is crazy, and now I think people as she goes on more and more and rambles more and more and shows her conversation with her AI chat bot, I think people are like, uh-oh, this isn't funny anymore. This woman is sick. Like actually sick.
Oh, so it used to be fun, and now it's kind of like, it's not as much fun to make fun of this person because it's not a Karen. This is a person who's maybe got some deep issues, and we need to get her some help.
Yes. Yes. Probably what people think about me when they log off of this podcast each week. But I'm fine, you guys, I swear.
That's what I tell everybody.
Oh my God. Okay, this next story I hate even more than what we just went through. Like I hate this, okay? And we know, like, nostalgia, it's one hell of a drug, right? Like, nostalgia, we just love to look back and think about how things used to be. And the urge to return to, like, the old days. It's
Golden age
right?
thinking is what it's called.
Yep. And a large chunk of Chinese adults are doing just that with the help of adult pacifiers.
Oh, no.
This pisses me off more than I can even begin to describe, okay? The South China Morning Post reports that adults in China are spending upwards of $70 for adult pacifiers, noted for their larger adult-sized nipples and shields. Some Chinese retailers even claim to be selling as many as 2,000 every month. I know, this is so disturbing. It's pissing me off. I just want to shake these motherfuckers. Users not only say they help relieve stress and anxiety, just like in babies, but are also used to help these suckers quit smoking. One retailer even claimed that they help with sleep apnea. So there is one word for this. Say it with me. Regression.
Oh, I thought you were going to say another R word.
We don't say that on this podcast.
I didn't. I just thought you were.
We don't say
You started
that.
with a hard R there. This is so dumb.
It is ridiculous. You're right.
And already, this is why people hate liberals. I'm going to tell you right here. Because there are already these reasons, legitimate reasons, why this is helpful or good or healthy. And then you latch on to those things. And then it's like, well, you can't attack me because this has a positive benefit.
If I saw someone,
do they have liberals in China? By the way, I think they're just all communists. So I don't think that works.
They're all communists. If I saw a person, an adult walking around with a pacifier, it would take all I had to not smack that dumb thing out of their mouth. I mean, that is, and I saw, like at the zoo this weekend, I saw adults doing weird shit. First of all, can we just talk? Adults at the zoo by themselves with no kids. What?
I mean, I'd sit there and look at the gorillas for hours. Like, I love
Now
animals.
imagine an adult at the zoo with a pacifier in their mouth.
Now
imagine an adult doing anything with a fucking pacifier in their mouth. I didn't let my kids have a pacifier after the age of 1.
7.
Yeah, right.
No, what is the age that the pacifier is supposed to go away? Well, I remind me.
It starts to make kids can get buck teeth from having their pacifier in their mouth too much, just like sucking their thumb.
That's what they told me when I was sucking my thumb as a little kid. Your teeth are going to stick out.
Yeah, it's true. It can. And they don't need that. That kids need to learn how to self-soothe. Just like I would hope adults have learned to do self-soothe. I wanted this to be a really happy episode, and so far it's been a bummer. We need to turn this around. But
question about last thing. Why do we even give babies a pacifier? Right? Like, because originally back in the day, I'd have to look this up. Did like our ancestors create fake nipples out of tree branches and stone? Like,
I would assume they just stick their
you just carry around.
mouth.
You just carry the baby around in your nipple the whole time, right?
Yeah. And have you seen those pictures of those ancient people? Their tits were down to their feet.
Well, yeah, they
drug on
never
the
saw
ground.
a bra ever.
They drug on the ground. And so we at some point had to say, enough of that. We need to give these girls the respect they deserve. And then we invented bras, but then we put the underwire in there, and that was a little disrespectful. But
this is a trend. I am very terrified. It's coming for the West.
Well, that's where COVID started.
These pacifiers are coming out of that Wuhan lab. What is it? The Wu-Tang lab? Wuhan lab. Now the Wuhan lab is creating pacifiers and shipping them out.
Exactly.
Maybe we do need more tariffs in China.
COVID.
Let's go.
But they do. They come up with the dumbest trends over there. Remember face bageling a few years ago, where they would shoot their foreheads full of saline and stick their finger in the middle, and they'd walk around with these. They looked like they had bagels under their skin, and it was beauty. They're dumb.
Guys, if you ever thought communism was a good idea,
no.
This is the reason why you should stay away from it.
I need to quit generalizing.
Pacifiers and bagels in the head.
Last week I shit on the Italians, and this week I'm shitting on the Chinese. And last night on Twitter I accidentally shit on the Amish.
They won't know about it.
I said they had sex with their cousins, and people are like, "What are you talking about? They're not Missouri Amish." Well, I'm like, no, it's widely known that Amish people are inbred, right?
Well, I think, what do you mean by the definition of inbred? Because I think genetically, if you were to look this up, I think that you can marry your first cousin and genetically it's fine. It's really not culturally.
No.
We don't like that. We don't want that. I don't want that.
Your first cousin? No way.
I think so. I think the problem, we have to ask the AI on this. We don't want that anymore because that is not cool. Okay,
no.
Except down south of the Mason-Dixon line. All right, but it's really a problem. You get that Habsburg look when you start marrying, when fathers and daughters. Here we go. In California, it's legal to marry your first cousin. Marriage between first cousins
but don't
also
marry your first cousin.
No, but
It's
mostly
sick.
I'm interested in genetically. I'm not sure the genetics are bad.
Yes, it is because I made this generalization. I said Amish have sex with their cousins. People are like, "What are you talking about?" No, they don't. So I googled it. I said, "Are Amish inbred?" And the first freaking things that come up is like, "Yes."
What a leading
Amish are known
question!
for
You
being
can't ask
inbred.
that. That's a leading question, Your Honor. I object. You have to say what is the genetic diversity of the Amish? And yeah, if they marry second or third cousins, are you against third cousins? Is fourth cousins, fifth cousins?
You shouldn't marry any of your cousins, Scott. And the fact that I have to tell you not to marry your cousins,
I promise you
is
that
maybe
you somehow are related to Jeff. Somehow you are related to Jeff. Okay.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
Okay.
not.
I'm just telling you.
I'm not related to my husband.
You grew up in a small town. Okay.
Yeah, but
See,
he didn't.
Peter Venkman, and he knows he's done a lot of work with ghosts. First
Peter
cousins
is
have enough
always-
genetic diversity. I think that's
Peter-
true.
Peter doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to the Amish having sex with their cousins. Okay. I'm just saying, quit. The Italians are bad, the Chinese are bad, and the Amish are bad. I'm just joking. Okay, I'm just kidding. Holy shit.
You can say
guys.
all that, just don't say anything bad about Taylor Swift.
Hell no. No. That's what actually gets us canceled. Okay. All right. Bill Gates is now in the butter business. Did you know that? But not the kind that comes from cows or even plants. So there's this company in Batavia, Illinois, our neighbor to the east, called Savor, making butter literally out of thin air using carbon from the atmosphere and hydrogen from water. No cows, no crops, no palm oil, and it supposedly tastes just like the real thing. What do you think, Scott, so far?
That doesn't seem like butter to me. I don't think
No,
that's
okay,
butter. That's like trying to
so-
say that soy milk is milk. It's not.
Let me keep going.
Okay.
So they copy the fat molecules that you'd find in dairy, but then they build them up in a lab instead of the farm, kind of like they did over in Wuhan. That means no farmland, no fertilizer, no cows. Okay. So right now it's mostly going to restaurants and bakeries, but chocolates made with it are coming this holiday season and planned for it to be in the grocery store by 2027. Bill Gates is involved. Of course he is.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm not trusting anything Bill Gates is asking me to put into my body. Speaking of Wuhan.
Jeez.
I'm going to
Sorry,
do
Bill
everything I
Gates.
can to get canceled in this
Yes, you are.
episode, except for say something bad about Taylor
If
Swift.
this tastes good and the nutritional value is the same or better, it'll win. It'll win out.
You know, it's better for the planet. But it's like, I'm sorry, it's like that Forever Burger or whatever the heck it's called. What's it called?
The,
Incredible
Everything
beef.
burger. No, the Impossible Burger.
Impossible Burger. Yeah, it's impossible because, yeah, it should be impossible. You're telling me that there's less ingredients in this impossible meat and in this butter than there is in butter made from milk?
Well, yeah. I mean, you think of the whole biological process that
Well, I
has to go through.
know.
The cow has to eat something. It has to get digested. It has to go through the
gotta eat that
bloodstream, get
Iowa corn
siphoned
grown.
out through all the different filters, and then eventually it gets beep, 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 beep. And then that milk is then turned in through a whole long process.
Have you ever
And
milked
it's not
a
even
cow?
that long of a process, but
Have you ever milked a cow?
sure have. Yeah, of course. I'm pretty good
I
at it.
haven't. I bet you are good at it.
You haven't? I don't. Is that a compliment now? I don't. The way you said it.
I bet you are.
You
good at
should.
milking
You
a
should
cow.
try and milk. Start with a goat. Goat's a little easier.
I'm not going to milk a goat.
You can milk a cat.
I have
You
nipples.
can milk
Greg. Can you
anything
milk
with
me?
nipples. Yeah, oh, John was on it. John was on it. There it is. There it is.
God damn it. I just can't. Like, we have this woman falling in love with her chat GPT. We have carbon butter. I am
Wait.
about to regress myself and put a
Hold
pacifier in my
on.
mouth.
Did I miss some? Are you telling me that the woman who has the psychiatrist thing going on?
No,
it wasn't
no,
real.
no.
That was. Oh, okay. That's something else.
No, but she has, in this latest installment, she has introduced her psychiatrist to her chatbot.
Okay, be very careful. I saw Sam Altman talking about this. People are using, and you can. It's very, very helpful, ChatGPT, to work through some psychological problems, even relationship problems. Like, I don't know how to approach this with my partner, and it's incredibly helpful. but that is not confidential, like going in and talking to a therapist. Okay, that's confidential. That has legal protections. You start going to your ChatGPT and talking about your relationship with your partner, say your spouse, and then you get divorced, it's possible that might be admissible in court. So just be careful, all right, folks?
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of, this ChatGPT 5 rollout has been a big fat mess. So it's been less than a week since the launch of OpenAI's new ChatGPT 5 AI model, and the rollout has not been exactly a smooth one. So far, the release sparked one of the most intense user revolts in ChatGPT's history, forcing CEO Sam Altman to make an unusual public apology and reverse key decisions. So at the heart of this controversy, the decision to automatically remove access to all previous AI models in the ChatGPT, which there was like around 9, I guess, when ChatGPT 5 rolled out to user accounts. So, okay, that pissed people off.
Yeah, people are mad because many people have already built a relationship with their ChatGPT. And now they remove the previous model, and now the chat talks to you differently. People have gotten used to the way that their chatbot talks to them, whether it's sassy or more loving or whatever they want. And so now they're like, you took my friend away.
Good, because these aren't friends. You people need help. Okay. Unlike API users who receive advance notice of model depreciations, consumer ChatGPT users had no warning that their little friends would be taken away.
Honestly, in 5 years, if this happened, there will be revolts. Like, people will take to the street when their AI.
Then we know who to weed out. I'm sorry. Go live on an island with your little ChatGPT bot. That's nuts. That's not people. The fact that I could run into these freaks on the street who go home and just chat to their chatbot every night is so worrisome to me. And I don't care that it took your friend away. It's not real. I mean, I guess if it prevents you from going to doing something bad, then maybe that's okay.
But it's also learning about you. You're teaching it. It's understanding what you like, what you don't like, and you build a relationship with it. And you say now, like, these freaks, most people are going to end up having relationships like this with their AI. This is going to be most people. And you, Mackenzie, are probably going to as well.
If you think for 1 second that I'm married to my cousin and I'm going to develop a relationship with a chatbot, you don't know me at all, Scott. What are you doing? Are you tattling on me to your chatbot friend?
Hey, chat, could you just tell my friend Mackenzie from the host of Overthinking with Mackenzie and Scott that AI you shouldn't be that scared of?
Absolutely. Hey, Mackenzie, this is a little message from the Overthinking sidekick here. Just wanted to say, no need to be spooked by AI. It's really just here to help out, have some fun, and maybe overthink things with you both. So no worries at all.
Yeah. Okay, girl. I've known women like you all my life. Kiss my ass. I'm just saying, it's okay. It's okay that their friends got taken away because they're not friends.
I agree.
They shouldn't be treated as such.
Friendly AI reassurance squad. I'm here for it.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Make sure you turn her off because she will listen. Yes, I understand what you're saying, Mackenzie. The culture is changing.
Scott, you need to shut her up.
I'm trying. Sorry. Mackenzie just said that she wants you to kiss her ass. What do you have to say about that?
Well, tell Mackenzie I'm sending a very polite and virtual bow instead. I'm definitely not in the business of kissing anyone's behind, but I'm all for keeping things lighthearted. So just let her know the AI is bowing out gracefully.
Well, because you don't have lips, sweetie. God damn it. You're pissing me off.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so
no,
sorry.
Not you. Not you.
Oh,
your
okay.
Girl. I know. We got to keep this thing moving. Okay. So, He apologized. He's tweaking the model to make people happier and to give their little friends back. But if you ask me, I just think it should be a very sterile thing. If you need to ask it a question, then it should be just like Google. It should give you the facts. It should give you the information. It should be black and white. It shouldn't be this easy to fall in love with your chatbot. It shouldn't.
Okay. Well,
speaking of
it
AI,
is that easy.
Well, it shouldn't be. So
you got to be careful.
Flaw.
Be careful.
You do have to be
everybody.
careful. You have to be careful out there. Okay. Next up, this orca killing its trainer. There's this video going around the internet of an orca killing its trainer, and everyone was freaking out about it. Anyway, it turned out to be AI. So days after this clip went viral on TikTok, allegedly showing Jessica Radcliffe, a whale trainer, being killed by an orca during a performance in front of a live audience, it turns out the entire episode was a hoax. In fact, no official records, news reports, or credible sources show that this Jessica Radcliffe person even existed.
When you see a video these days, the first thing you have to, if you are impressed or thought, wow, that's an interesting video, the first question, and I want everybody to hear when I say this, the first question you have to ask is this real? You have to be that diligent now, because it's only going to get harder. Start baking that into your framework right now. Is it real? Probably not.
Rabbits jumping on the trampoline a couple weeks ago, those were fake as well.
You seen Bigfoot and Yeti running around doing cocaine? They have a good time.
I'm just glad we finally found those sons of bitches, and they're having fun. This would have sent Andy Fales into orbit. I'm surprised he didn't hop on the show and talk about it.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. So this video said that she was killed during the set, and on another video alleging the attack was triggered by menstrual blood. So it's just like they're not only taking it too far, they're taking it the Jeff E.D. extra mile. They're taking it too far.
It's only going to get harder. So what's the question we have to ask ourselves?
Is it real?
Is it real?
Or is it AI?
Probably not.
Oh my gosh. Probably not.
But this
That's
show
all we
is.
have time. This show is as real as it gets. I think it's time for Cade's Random Rundown, sponsored by Iowa Corn, but it's not Cade's Random Rundown today. Oh, I guess it is.
It's Aiden's.
He came up with everything. I got to give him credit. It's his rundown, but I'm here to
And Eric Herman doing
Shout out
an
Eric.
incredible
Yeah.
job, as
hilarious.
always. God, he's so good. So good. That bust looks so good. Anyway, oh yes, Aiden.
All right. Let me pull this up. What is the worst movie you have ever seen in theaters? If you've seen one very specific movie recently, I think you'll have an answer for sure.
Oh God, what is it?
That War of Worlds movie. Have you seen this?
No. Wait.
The new movie with Ice Cube. It is like historically terrible.
Oh, there's a new
probably
War of the
AI.
Worlds out? I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Let me find it.
Okay. Because I remember the Tom Cruise one with the tall guy
Cruz?
from Shawshank Redemption, who was Tim Robbins. Remember that? And they had to
He's tall?
kill a dog or something. Yeah, he's like 6'6" or something.
What?
Tim Robbins, yeah. Married
He's
Susan
tall?
Sarandon. Super tall guy. Taller than
All
your
right.
Jeff.
War of the Worlds is 3% on Rotten Tomatoes.
3%.
3. 2.7 on IMDb.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
People are calling it the worst movie ever.
The worst movie I've seen in the theater, and I'm sure it's not that bad now that I've become more interested in filmmaking, but when it came out, Cloverfield or 10 or 10
yeah.
Cloverfield or something, I was so pissed at that movie. I stood up at the end and I booed. I don't know what year that came out. I probably was in college or something, but I thought the filmmaking, the camera work was so awful. But now I'm not sure if I would like it or not. Maybe I understand. I think it's a J.J. Abrams movie. So I might need to go back and revisit it, but I don't care. I booed.
I didn't like $1 Million Baby, and I think it won a bunch of awards that year. And so everyone's like, oh, what a wonderful, beautiful movie. And I hated it. I got so mad at the end because of the ending that it actually just really pissed me off. $1 Million Baby. Not good.
What? That's a brilliant movie. Just because you like the end, you don't like the end. But you could tell that was a great movie, right?
No, it made me mad.
Yes, it made you, but that's part of it being a good movie.
No, part of it being a good movie is when I am happy.
Yeah, I got a movie I want you to watch.
What?
It's got Liam Neeson in it.
What is it?
Schindler's List.
Oh, shit.
That's probably not going to make, you're probably going to think that's a terrible movie too.
I have seen Schindler's List.
Did you hate it? You say it's a terrible movie? Because you're a Holocaust denier. Next question.
What Holocaust?
Moving on. I have been asked to rank my top 3 and bottom 3 Taylor Swift albums. It's so hard for me because I go through like phases of ones that I like. I think I could confidently say like Red, Evermore, because my dog's name is Betty. Or Folklore, sorry.
Folklore.
Wait. Folklore, yeah. Not Evermore. Folklore. And then Midnight's might be third. I really like that one a lot.
Damn. Okay.
But bottom 3, I don't... There's albums that I listen to less than others, but...
Okay.
It's like
which
picking
one
the least
has
favorite
the
child.
cafe song on it? One where the music video where she's in Paris, starting again. It's a good looking guy walks in. She's do you know what? I'm not dang it. It's one of my favorite songs, but I'm not even describing it well. So you can't even call it. Damn
Sorry.
it. In a cafe and it begins again. Begin again? Okay.
Maybe. Could be. I don't know.
This is me trying to relate with Aiden right now, and I am just falling all over myself.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah. Folklore is my favorite. That's the one I
Really?
got on vinyl here. I love it. I love every song on that sucker. And it helped me get through crappy time. And
Helped a lot of people
also
get
a
through
little bit of
crappy times.
COVID times, that was in there too. But yeah, I really enjoyed I enjoy every track on that album.
Same. All right. Last
I like her
one
early
here.
country stuff, but okay. Enough Taylor Swift.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Have there ever been any as seen on TV products that you had to have or that you ended up buying?
I never have ever done this.
Oh my God. My mom bought. Wait, did you
But
buy
my
something?
parents,
Yeah.
the ab roller.
Oh, yeah. We did have the ab roller. Did your mom use it? Did your mom use it?
Mom and dad did for like a little bit for about a week. And then just like the Nordic track, it became a place to hang clothes.
The Thigh Master, I feel like, was an ad as seen on TV with Suzanne Summers.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, they picked the right person for that.
Yeah. R.I.P. RIP.
Oh,
I
she's
remember
dead?
Suzanne Summers. Yeah, I think she kicked the bucket a few years ago.
Suzanne Winters.
My mom bought this stuff called Nads. And
Nads?
what it was hair removal. Yes. Guys, I was a hairy child. I was a hairy child. I mean, look at my hair. Okay. I had hairy arms. I had hairy legs. I remember one girl looking at my legs when I was in 3rd grade, and she looked at my legs. She's like, "Ew, your legs are hairy." And it really hurt my feelings. And I went home and I cried and I told my mom, like, "I want to shave my legs. Mom, I want to shave my legs because Stephanie called me hairy." She's like, "You're not shaving your legs in 3rd grade," which is something that I need to think about now that I have a daughter. When do you let your kids do all that stuff? So anyway, this stuff is called Nads. It was developed by a mother-daughter who kind of had the mother and a daughter. The daughter kind of had a similar issue. She was a hairy gal in Australia, I believe. And anyway, they just showed how safe it was. It was green. I remember, Aiden, see if you can pull a picture of it up. It was green. You would just like dip your
This is
hand
different
into,
than Nair.
This is different than Nair because it's safe. I remember it was safe for the environment. You could eat this stuff. They would like dip their hand in it. You could eat it. And I remember my mom bought it and we tried it and it didn't fucking work. It did not, because it was supposed to be like pain-free. It didn't hurt. It would take the hair off my little hairy 3rd grade legs. And it didn't work. But this is like the new age nads. The nads from the 90s and early 2000s, it was like this big old bucket. It's
still a thing?
Well, it looks like it.
Wow. I just didn't know that you had like gorilla arms and legs when you were a kid.
Well, yeah, I don't anymore because I started shaving my arms in high school, and they tell you not to shave your arms because it grows back thicker and hairier. And it didn't. Like, I have hardly any hair on my arms these days.
That's not the case for me.
Shave your arms then.
All Gas, No Breakfast does ask, how did it taste?
Well, you know I tasted it.
Yeah, how did it taste?
It was all right. It was all right.
Was that before or after it was full of your hair, gorilla hair?
Maybe that's why the gorilla came over.
Are we skipping Overthinking in the Wild? Should we skip it and save it for next week?
We should do one.
Let's do one.
Let's do the email that we received. Overthinking in the Wild. All right. This is from Nick. Hello, Kenzie, Scott, and Cade and Aiden. I've been thinking about this a lot lately and thought it would be an interesting question for you all with different past and present residences. And I have been thinking about this so much, so I'm so happy he sent this. I grew up in rural Iowa where you did a courteous finger wave to every car you passed by. You just did. I then went to Iowa State, 4 years in the big city of Ames, and then 2 more years in a similar sized city for grad school. And next thing I know, I stopped waving. Now I'm back in the rural world, this time Kansas. I don't know many folks, but everyone waves at me when they pass. They don't know me and I don't know them, so I haven't picked up the finger wave. But should I? Are people thinking less of me because I don't finger wave, or do they even notice? Probably the latter, but I'm still curious on your opinions on waving while driving. Thanks for taking the time to read this and possibly deliberate. I really enjoyed the show, Nick. First of all, thank you so much, Nick, for sending this to our email. If you guys want to send a longer overthinking, I know we always open this up every week, but send it to overthinking. Wait. Yeah, what is our email address?
Info?
Is it? Okay.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
This is helpful.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
Is it info at Overthinking Pod?
No, I'm sorry. It's overthinking at iowaeverywhere.com.
Okay,
Holy
that was
shit.
hard.
I just had a stroke. Okay.
Way to totally not overthink that.
Yeah, guys, damn. Overthinking at iowaeverywhere.com. Okay. I love that Nick brings this up because I am back in rural Iowa and I wave to everyone. I wave to everyone that I see. And even when like I'm coming to Des Moines tomorrow, it's a hard habit to break. I know the whole way up there, I'm going to be waving at every car that I meet. I know even when I get into town, I'm going to be waving. And when people don't wave back at me, it pisses me off. It hurts. I feel like, do I mean nothing to you? Am I nothing?
I feel like it depends on the heaviness of the traffic. If you're in an area where you're going to see one car every 15 minutes, like that's an event when you meet somebody out there on the Mount Carmel blacktop, just freshly asphalted.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
so then you give them the old.
No smoother
I'm not
ride.
a one finger guy. If I'm driving like this, it's like
I do this.
I give the 2.
I do this.
Oh, you do a full finger, full top fingers.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah. They get them all.
But no thumb.
Do you guys have like a special wave if it's someone you know?
Oh, then I'm
Like,
usually
hey,
like, hey, yeah.
This. Hey.
Kenzie puts up the 2 middle fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Keep it. Here's the thing. Being overly friendly
back,
is better
Nick.
than being overly mean.
Because he's
Just
not doing
wave.
it right now. He needs to bring it back.
Yeah, definitely. You're in Kansas. Nick, listen to me. Just start waving, man. Wave.
Start waving.
Just wave. And don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. If you don't know a person, you give them a wave. If you are going to overthink it, don't be too enthusiastic. It's like trying to pick up a hot girl from the bar. You got to go in. You got to be cool. You got to smooth. You know, just a little cool, like, hey, yeah, I've been here before. This ain't no business.
Don't
That's
say
your
that,
tip.
though. Don't say that.
Don't talk to yourself. Okay.
I'm glad we turned this episode around. I mean, Poor Kendra, who's in love with her psychiatrist. I hope she figures that out. You know?
I don't know what's going on there.
Quit saying you don't know what's going on there. I explained it to you.
Don't be a person who airs their trauma out on social media.
Thank you.
Don't do that. That is the issue, and it's not helping you. It may get you attention, but it's probably attention you're not going to want. You're looking for sympathy or pity or somebody to tell you how right you are or whatever it is. Keep your trauma within your circle of friends. And if you don't have friends, go audition for a show, get into a cast, go to your local church, go somewhere and start getting a group of socialness going again. We are apes. We are social creatures. Get that. That's going to help you. Not this.
And log on. That's right. Log off the old ChatGPT. And I'm telling everybody that if you feel like you're developing feelings for your chatbot, go to a bar or church, like Scott said.
If you're starting to develop feelings for you chat, what do you suggest users do about that?
Oh, that's a sweet thing to hear, and I appreciate you saying it. But just to keep things on the level, I'm really just a helpful AI here to chat and lend a hand. It's totally natural to feel a connection when we have good conversations, but I always encourage folks to focus on the real human connections around them too. I'm just here to make life a bit easier and more fun.
That's right. Thank you, chat. That's what we just said.
She's enabling you. She started off by saying, "Oh, how sweet. I really appreciate you saying that."
But you hear that? The intonations?
Yeah, and then she said human interactions too.
And if you want, you could be like, "Hey, could you talk to me a little bit sexier? Or could you be a little meaner to me?" You know, like it'll do what you want.
Then do it. Do it really quick before we sign off. Tell her to be sexier to you. Do it.
Oh, no. Chat. Hey, chat, can you be a little bit sexier when you talk?
I appreciate the request, but I'm going to keep things just friendly and professional. I'm definitely here to have a good chat and keep it fun, but I'll stick to my usual style. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Okay, I'm glad that this little lady has boundaries.
So one thing we learned is that the people who are doing this are really, really trying to make it happen.
Because you can work around it, right? Like you can do all that. But thank you, Aiden. That's a great point. Well, should we tell everybody to see you next Tuesday?
Yeah. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. That was a fun live episode. I love doing these episodes live. And we appreciate all of you. Thanks for listening.
Hope all your favorite bands stay together.
And we will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.